Hey guys, familiar sight here. Been having issues with my car. We just went to the dyno day, but past few weekends it's been burning an ungodly amount of oil. Coolant's been dissing pretty hard. I thought it was up here. There's the hose from the expansion tank. It goes there, and I had like a really loose hose clamp there. And so I thought that was the issue. It wasn't. The plan was to do the clutch on this thing. It needs it. It really needs it now. The dual mass flywheel it's making a lot of noise. It's just really bad. The plan was to change out the PCV box, the oil trap box, put an oil breather in it, do the clutch, change out the head gasket because I have the Victor Rhines in there. If you remember when I put this all together, check out the turbo, put the other turbo housing on it with my Turbo Smart CVV that finally got right. It wasn't leaking, but some things have changed. We checked out the bores yesterday and pulling the spark plugs. 2 out of the 5 were oily, like ungodly oily. And cylinder 5 was a little crusty. So I'll have to go through SCP, warranty those out. Won't be a problem. But yeah, no, it's kind of see right there. It's leaking oil in there, which isn't good. One of two things could have happened. Oil seals weren't put in correctly. They failed. They moved. Something happened to them. And I think I went a little too light on the anaerobic sealer. So there's that. The biggest question and what's actually going to happen first. My plan is we bore scoped it, and the head gasket was failing. We saw that. Cylinders 2 and 3 wet, absolutely wet. And what cylinder 2 and 3, they were oily, but like they were clean oily, if that makes any sense. I believe at cylinder 3 there was a score going straight up and down. It looks really bad according to the camera, but I can't stick my finger down there to feel it. So the plan was to do dropping the front subframe in record time. That's not going to happen. We're just going to take our time and do it right. The plan is to pull the head off, check the cylinder wall. If the cylinder wall's okay, put the head gasket on, and move it the ways. I do want to build this, but there's some things I want to change in my life, so I got to save money and do that another time. I'm just going to slowly accumulate rods and pistons for this, and then another turbo. I want to make this my primary vehicle, so got to make it reliable first. If cylinder wall's okay, throw the head gasket on, put the head back on, put the cams and cam cover back on. Make sure that's done all right. Well, actually, I'll probably separate it without the head on, do the clutch real quick, and then put it back together, put the head back on, put everything back the way it was, put it back in the car, and we're gonna get to it. So I'm gonna start taking it apart. Mike's supposed to be over soon, and we're just gonna crank this thing out. It has to get done. So talk to you later.
Brand new.
All right, so we pulled the head gasket off, or the head gasket. Mike, you want to explain to me what you just saw with the coolant going in the fucking...
Well, you can see she was clearly leaking in between here. It was leaking coolant and all kinds of stuff. And then look over here, all this material is flaking off, and it's dumping into the coolant jacket. So you can see there's a piece right there, which is insane. So this is all just clogging up your system. Yeah, junk, absolute junk.
And now, if Mike would, here, I'll hold on to that real quick. You would kindly demonstrate with this cylinder what we've
we're checking, the good old piston slap here, and geez, I feel like that's a little bit excessive. He's rocking pretty good. And you got this one over here, number 2, and this thing rocks a lot. There's actually like a knock you can hear. I mean, you can feel. I don't know what I'm saying. It just feels worse.
You can hear it, like, visibly.
And you can hear it. You can feel it. It's visibly worse. It's quite a bit.
So yeah, we're gonna figure some stuff out. So
hey, it had no running issues. It ran fine, other than
it burned oil.
burning a lot of things, burning oil and coolant, and occasional misfire and startup. But it made power. It made good power.
Made good power.
It did.
A little later.
Hi, back at it again. So, couple of things we've kind of learned out. It's been about a week 2 weeks. I can't remember the last time I filmed. So I probably do have piston slap on, or the rings are starting to give out on 3 here. I actually don't have piston slap. What the fuck? Because that motor does it, that motor does it, and then Mike's other motor does it, the one on the red car, which you guys haven't seen yet because I haven't finished the video. Anyways, that's besides the point. Also, when taking everything apart, I was getting everything else, I was gonna get this stuff prepped and ready to go. I noticed, it's very hard to see, there's some metal shavings, and you can see the rough finish, and you can actually feel this on your fingernail. Same thing with the cams. The head's not too bad. Yeah, I'm just kind of throwing everything everywhere at the moment. And yeah, so because that motor's toast and my 2.5's done, Nathan had this 2.4 laying around, a big bore, small stroke, 2.4T motor. The head won't work. As you can see, it's getting ready to be 0 grit sanded. It doesn't have dual VVT. Probably the exhaust cam would have been all right, but Nathan has a 2.5T head that I'm gonna slap on this. And I gotta work with sanders and get the tuning all figured out. But yeah, no, I cleaned everything up. I gotta do a little bit more around the sides and everything. And tonight I'm hoping to get that done. Leave it upside down, just let it do its thing. And then tomorrow I'm picking up the head. And I want to get back here, start clean all the surfaces, and then put it on top. But theoretically, it'd be a really good idea to put the oil pan on, take this off the engine stand, put the clutch on it, which is somewhere over there, and then take that motor out and rip everything. The water pump's brand new, the tensioner's brand new, the serpentine belt tensioner's brand new. Like everything over there is practically brand new on that 2.3. And so I want to steal stuff from that, put it on here, and gotta do a replacement hose because I broke that on for the heater core. Yeah, no, this is the most money I've ever spent on replacement stuff. So a lot of stuff I'm warranting out, like the spark plugs I'm warranting out through FCP. There's just so much crap. I also got a fuel filter. I know for a fact my car hasn't been done yet, and I gotta do that. Well, that reminds me, I should probably clean out the oil cap for that. But yeah, no, long story short, what's gonna happen is hopefully I'll take my 2.3. I'm gonna keep that water pump just as a backup. Because again, it's only got 125 can, and I think it was good. But this 2.3, I'm going to take out, disassemble, see if the bottom end's okay. It doesn't matter because I'm taking the crank out and all that crap out. And then I gotta take the crank out of that and the oil pan and leave this one upside down for a bit. It's a nightmare. This is the most money I've ever spent on this crap, so try not to lose my marbles here. But it's a lot of talking. I got a lot more doing, so it is what it is. But I'm gonna continue cleaning up that block, get it absolutely ready for mating tonight because I got an anaerobic sealer. Here goes nothing. Ta-da! Yeah, got a lot of this done. Cool Mike helped me out a bit of a few things, so did Josh. I screwed up bleeding the clutch slave cylinder. So the bleeder is supposed to go in with the slave cylinder. I'm keeping everything just in case. I got a new tube and everything. So this is how it's supposed to go in. And I had it like this. And if you look at the bottom, there's this little tab, and on the trans, it doesn't want to go in. So that's why I was squirting trans fluid everywhere. I don't know if I took any pictures of that or any videos, but not a good time. So as of right now, there is no coolant, no oil, and the wheels aren't torqued. I'm not putting the front bumper on right now because my luck is that I'm gonna rip it all apart again because something failed. So trying to leave as much as I can off of it. I have to finish catch can, and so I'm doing a catch can. It's going to come off the top of the motor to catch can and should go back into the box. That is the plan for that. The box is 3/4 inch. Up top it's 5/8. So I have to go buy more hose from O'Reilly's. I got the catch can right there, and the process, what I'm hoping that will happen is that the catch can will fill up first, and then the box will be okay. I'll just, you know, check it every 3,000 miles or after every track event or something like that. Yeah, so also the O2 sensors are hooked up, and I got to reach out to a tuner for a tune for this motor because it's a 2.4 bottom end with a 2.5T head, so timing's going to be off. It's not like where I had the 2.3 bottom end with the R head. They can you can get away with that. I think there's a slight change, so I got to talk to someone about that real quick. But yeah, no, it's done. It's done. The next time you'll definitely see this is when after the oil's been put in, the coolant's been put in, or gonna start it up. Plan is, because there's definitely junk inside of it, literally fill it up, obviously, let it start burping. Once it's done burping the coolant, hopefully let it run for about 20-30 minutes in total, because I know burping it and everything, you got to really drive on it. I get that. But the plan is to start it up, let it idle for, you know, maybe 5 to 10 minutes, make sure nothing's leaking, turn it off, drain the oil, put new oil in it, then continue burping the system or driving it. It does look like the steering is off by a little bit. You can tell it's straight right there, and it's straight right there. The camber's off, definitely off by a little bit, but the old steering wheel is definitely off. So fun things. So yeah, definitely the next time you guys see this will be ready to run. And so I gotta clean up all this mess, get the Fox body put back into there. So I'm gonna go play Tetris with all my belongings. So see you guys when we start the car. Okay, we're outside again. Everything's put back together. Ignore my catch can setup. It's wrong. This is going from the top of the box in, and it's venting back into the top of the motor here. It's actually supposed to, I mean, if I was going to do this right, it was going to come out of the block and then follow the lead that goes into the intake tube. This is more or less my own curiosity. Wanted to do it more right, but that wasn't going to happen. So there's that. I'm going to start cranking the motor. We're going to see what happens.
I think this is
the whole operation.
Oh, recording now. All right, rotator. Yep, piston's coming up. Exhaust valves open. Now it's closing. Okay, hold on a second. Let me
Down his intake.
rotate this camera around. All right, rotator. So we're going down. Nothing's open. Coming up. Okay, stop.
Stop.
Coming up, nothing's still open. Yep. Oh, we got some, hold on, got some junk on the lens here. Got some gunk.
Some pristine 2.4 garbage.
Yep.
Dude, it was bad in the spark plug area.
Yeah.
See if we can get this back in. Look at that, no wonderful hole. Oh, come on. Flexible camera and still a problem getting it in.
Same.
All right, rotator. All right, piston coming up. All the valves are closed. Okay, stop. Let me rotate this thing in here now. All right, rotator. Intake's opening. Now exhaust is opening. Okay, stop. Okay, hold on. Oh, shoot. Okay, rotate. Exhaust is open. Yeah. Oh, ratchet just slipped. Or the tooth. Okay. Keep going. Okay, stop for a second. Let me put this back in.
Down his intake.
Yeah. Okay, rotate. And none of the valves are open again. So keep going. Yep. Okay, stop. Everything's still closed. Okay, keep going now. Okay. Yep, keep going. Okay, stop for a second. Let me put this back in. All right, rotate.
Intake's
Yep. Intake's opening, yep. Okay. And exhaust is opening again. Oh, okay, stop. All right, well, I think we got what we needed here.
Yeah. Clearly,
All right.
the cams are not camming.
Can't see this yet. This is that doesn't matter. None of this matters anymore. So long story short, you put the thing together. Does not run whatsoever. Crank it over. It sounds like it has no compression, like absolutely zero compression. Sounds like it's got no spark plugs in it. Do a compression test, absolutely zero. Nothing. We did both the 2 cylinders, nothing. So I said, screw the rest of them. That's probably nothing anyway, or they're probably the same. So, and I grabbed the the good old handy dandy cylinder leak down tester to see why it's leaking compression. Do that, and we're not getting anything leaking anywhere. Like, it leaks a little bit, but we're not going for a super pristine engine building here. It's going to leak a little bit, but it's not enough where it was coming out from anywhere we could see. It didn't make any sense. So we're like, screw it, we'll do another compression test just to make sure we had it on the right way. It wasn't leaking. Still no compression. And you can even put your thumb over the compression tester hose and it just wasn't doing anything. So took the bore scope in the cylinder for like the 10th time after looking at everything to check to make sure our intake and exhaust valves are opening and closing properly in the 4 cycles of the 4-stroke engine. And it is not doing what it's supposed to do. So I drew a diagram so we could visually see what was actually happening. I took a video on the bore scope as well, so you can visually see as well. So we got on our first stroke, piston coming down, intake valve opening, normal intake stroke, nothing crazy there. And then piston starts to come back up, intake valve closes, and exhaust valve opens and pushes out all the air. And then after that happens, piston comes back down, both the valves are closed. Piston comes back up, both the valves are still closed. And then it repeats the cycle of intake valve open, piston down, and then piston comes up, exhaust valve open. And then piston coming down, no valves open. Piston coming out, no valves open. So it is just flat out 100% wrong. It's literally just sucking in air, pushing it out, and then just moving up and down with nothing. So all right. After many conversations later and education on both of our sakes, I don't know if you can see the slot on this cam is slightly off center, which we knew that when we were putting them together. Us being stupid, we assumed that they're both supposed to be the same on both the cams, but they're actually supposed to be opposite of each other. But the locking tool that you put in for both of those that fits into the slot on that and the slot on this fit on somewhat decently. It was a very cheap Chinese tool that we have, and it was a little like loose and not fitting right, but we were thinking it was just a tool being not correct because we're not buying the super expensive Volvo one.
Which we might as well do that now.
Yeah. Well, we broke the Chinese one. Another story. So yeah, even though the notches we thought they were just supposed to be straight. We looked at the directions, apparently not close enough, but they're supposed to be opposite of each other, and the tool somehow fit in anyway. So either way, long story short, that intake cam is 180 degrees off of what it's supposed to be. When you set everything up in this motor, all the time marks aligned. Cylinder 1 is at top dead center. What we were assuming top dead center means was like this, your cylinders at or obviously the piston's at the top of the cylinder, and then once it starts moving down, it's the start of the intake stroke, like start of the 4-stroke cycle. What it actually means is it is the top of the compression stroke. So as you know, it's end of the compression stroke. So as it comes down, that's when the power stroke happens.
According to Google, let me make that very clear.
Yeah,
it's according to Google.
According to Google. Anyway, going back to engine building 101. Yeah, so top dead center is that, which is, I guess, news for me that I don't build engines every day. So, this is the way it's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be a big part on the top. I think.
Let me double check Vita.
I don't remember.
Real quick, we're gonna verify it. Come on. It says install the intake cam. Ensure that the groove at the back of the camshaft is above the imaginary center line. So big parts on the bottom, yes. Which is what the exhaust is.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, big part. Oh yeah, big part is on the bottom for this. Which Wait, what did you say about the exhaust?
which is what the exhaust is supposed to be. Exhaust is supposed to be big side, top. We put both the half moons on the bottom.
Yeah, we set it up like the exhaust cam. Which is what threw us off about the top dead center thing is if we rotate this, since this is the right way, when this rotates around, the intake valve doesn't open. Versus now, when it's 180 degrees out, as this thing rotates, the intake valve opens right away as the piston's coming down, which made us think that that was the correct way top dead center works, but it's not. So either way, this is 180 degrees out. We're gonna have to loosen the phaser up there and spin the cam and try to get it close. We'll use our broken tools. There's still part of the notch there. This cam's got a chip out of it too, so someone else probably did the same thing we did. But
It's wrong.
yeah, either way, yeah, 180 degrees out. We're gonna try to do it the half-ass way, or just gonna loosen the phaser. The phaser's not keyed to the camshaft, which is stupid in my opinion. So we're just gonna loosen the phaser and just spin the cam with the tool, leave everything attached, and hopefully we can spin it around enough and it doesn't, you know, hit a piston or we actually have to rotate the motor. But yeah, we're gonna see what happens. If that's a fact, then we just have to do it the right way. I don't know.
But yeah,
we don't like doing things the right way. We like doing things the half-ass way.
no, we like doing things the most painful and
Hard way possible.
hard way possible. So we're gonna start cranking this thing out. So we want to get this done. It's not. Tomorrow's the last warm day for a long time. So
And it's what, like
40,
40 degrees
43.
out now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, it's a heat wave right now.
Yeah, it's supposed to get down to like the low 30s, which relatively it is warm.
Which is still nice and warm.
Is warm in the sunlight, and it's not sunlight right now.
Yeah.
But then it's supposed to get down to like 10. It's gonna be
back
great.
to normal.
Yeah, back to normal.
Back to normal.
For January in
0 to
Wisconsin. So yeah, we're just gonna start cranking this thing out because we can't waste more time.
Okay. Oh, she died.
Right. Maybe just let it sit for a minute. Now you let it sit.
All right. Oh, she's still unhappy. Oh, the radio looks nice.
Yeah. Don't worry, I've only used it for one day. So you guys are seeing the results of me being a complete idiot. I unplugged the turbo control valve because I was having some boosting issues and just wanted to see if 6 pounds of boost would just show up on my boost gauge, and nope, it was 25. So yeah, the car is spewing a lot of oil, but I result with a big turbo, so you guys gotta stay tuned for the next video. Please like, comment, subscribe down below, and yell at me for being such an idiot.